let's do, remember the macaroni one? Do you remember that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Yeah, let's start on 8. Okay, we'll start it wiffle waffle, and we finish on the word on whiff. Okay, and we'll do fiddle faddle that ends on fe, and peanut butter which ends on jam. And we'll change those. I'll tell you when we're going to change them as we go up. Okay, pattern da 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 da. A lot of you already noticed. Okay, ready and. Wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle. Wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle. Wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle. Wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle waffle, wiffle. Fiddle faddle. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle. More of those. Fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle faddle, fiddle. Peanut butter. Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter jam. Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter jam. Like you're singing opera. Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter jam. One more. Peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter, peanut butter jam. Okay, and so we're gonna do one, the one we started last week, sew a sow's ear back on a sow's head. Just say that. Sew a sow's ear back on a sow's head. And make sure it doesn't get pulled off again. And make sure it doesn't get pulled off again. All right, so make these things up over breath. Here we go. All right. It's actually a little interval exercise is what it is. Okay, this one I showed you last week, again by rote. Tell me you're coming, I will bake a cake. What kind of cake would you like me to bake? I'll bake a chocolate cake for you to take, okay? In fact, Tuesday, you don't. Let me see what we do here. That's the first one. Everybody sing the first one. Tell me you're coming and I'll bake a cake. Second one. What kind of cake would you like me to bake? I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. Just sing that one again a couple of times. Tell me you're coming and I'll make a cake. What kind of cake would you like me to bake? I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. part 3. We'll sing the whole thing 3 times. So one time you listen, 2 times in a row. Everybody, tell me you're coming, I will make a cake. What kind of cake would you like me to make? I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. Tell me you're coming, I will make a cake. What kind of cake would you like me to make? Tell me your chocolate cake would make to cake. What kind of cake would you like me to make? I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. Tell me your chocolate cake would make to cake. What kind of cake would you like me to take? I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. I'll make a chocolate cake for you to take. Yeah, all right, good. All right, actually it works better if we do it 4 times, I know. Okay, so tonight we are going to be doing a sectional again. This will be a little shorter one. But before then, we got a lot of stuff to do. Would you take out, please, your Welcome to the Rock, which we haven't done in a few weeks. So we're going to work on that first. And I hope everybody got the new music that's over there. 2 new pieces, so, okay. You should have everything now except for the Safe Home, which I'm about 2/3 of the way finished writing the arrangement for. Just did not get it done tonight. And that one we'll get next week. All right. So I want to review the part that we did before, and then we're going to go back to the beginning. So we started, when we were working on it before, at 68 on page 6, and that's where I want to start right now. This is in the middle of the page. Yeah, so we're 1, 2, you are here at the start of a moment. We're a little slow. That's where we want it to be right now, okay? And we're starting this softer than what we had before. It's about mezzo piano, nice and soft. Can you hear me? Am I backing up too much? Okay, so right there, and you are here. So not too loud. 1, 2, you are here at the start of a moment on the edge of the world, when the river meets the sea. Yeah, at the edge of the Atlantic, and an island in between. Right. So let's go over that again. We were a little bit late at times with those there and here. Good. Coming in right there at 68, though, at the beginning, we've got sopranos and tenors. I have basses who can sing it, but I think we're good on the tenors. So basses, if you want to hold off until we get to that divided part on top of 7, that's fine. We do have somebody singing down an octave there at measure 68 on You Are Here. So if we leave that up to the tenors and singing it in your range, it should be fine. You are here. So you're going to be pretty high up there, not down there. You are here. We want to avoid that part if we can. Okay, so let me hear that one more time, just on that part there at 68. Sopranos and tenors. So 1, 2. You are here for 1, 2, 3. At the start of a moment on the edge of the world, when the river meets the sea. Everyone, 1, 2. Here at the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. Okay, good. we'll get back to that in a minute. I'd like to go over those chords on top of 7. When you have the rest, make the rest intentional. So it's going to be here, break on the edge of the Atlantic. So that rest is intentional, just doesn't, wishy-washy come in there. We want to make sure it's nice and clean. Can I hear alto, please? First and second alto. It's soprano. I'm sorry, it's soprano division there. But let's hear just the alto part, top of 7. You're on the bottom note. And 1, 2. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, in between. 1, 2. And then good. And then between. You'll get right up. So that he breath. When you get up there, 1, 2, here on the edge. So come right, make that nice and clean in between. With the second sopranos, so that's the middle note, okay? Are some of the first altos singing that middle note as well?
We did last time, but I don't know if you wanted us to this time.
How many seconds do we have? I think we're good. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, second sopranos and altos. So 1, 2, breath on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we're into something different. Good. Okay, can I hear the tenor bass, please, at that second measure, top of 7? Set tenor bass. So 1, 2. Breath on the edge of the Atlantic. All right, we'll do that in a minute. I know everybody always wants to get to that section. It's so much fun. Okay, so when we go through that section, alto and tenor, you're good on that part, right? Sounds like everybody's got that. I'm an Islander, right? Everybody's okay? Don't hesitate to tell me if you want to go through it, okay?
Parts okay. If you can signal us when you come in, because we're coming in when they're on a tied note.
Yes, yeah. Wait. I'm an Islander. Where are you talking about, Patricia?
You guys on 84 or 5? Yeah.
We have an Islander.
Because
Well, here starts on the 4th beat.
Yeah, but that's soprano. So, okay. Oh, I see what you
just
mean.
if you,
Yeah,
sopranos,
so
the
it's
basses
1,
are on
2,
a
3,
count.
there and here I'm. Yes, right there. Okay, yeah, I do have it marked to cue you. So, yeah. Thank you though for pointing that out. Okay, soprano and bass. I want to hear you coming in on your part, because it's that feeling of being off the beat. So can we start? I'd like to start your top of 7 on the here, second measure, bass and soprano. Okay, so we're 1, 2. Oh, I'm sorry, get their pitches one more time. Okay, so bass, this is top of 7. Okay, and there's a G, da, da. Thank you. And 1, 2. Breath on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. 1, 2, 3. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And here. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Right. And what she's doing is not going to help you a lot, but I will cue you. And I got the written here. I really try to do that. Okay, so let's put that all together. Can we go back to 68? And we'll finish that section and go back to the beginning. Okay. All right. And again, just voice parts for now. Okay. So, ready? 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 3. Moment on the edge of the world, when the river meets the sea. Here, on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. There punching do not play the tenor bass or the soprano bass this time. I want them to pick it out without that. Okay, good. So some of you looked at me like, where are we? When do we start? I get that. Now, there and here, there you go. So just be right there. Okay, sit up nice and tall. We're gonna do this section one more time.
Can I just ask,
Yes.
we had marked in here that at 6 to 8 it was unison. You're saying that only sopranos are now playing?
Oh, you are right. I even have it written here. I apologize. Yes, it is soprano altos for who are comfortable.
Okay, so
But
it
I,
should be
yeah,
sopranos.
but I do want to leave the basses off there at 68. I know we had written it before. Took them out. They gotta be somewhere around here. I will, just a second. Took them out. Well, I had three,
one right
I had
here.
three there at the beginning of rehearsal. Thank you, Deb. I put three there. Okay, so it's 68. Yes, we did add in the altos, and thank you. I've got that note. But basses, let's leave you off of there and just have you come in at the top of 7 and measure 77. Okay, just to add in that change there.
But you do want tenors, right?
Tenor, absolutely, yes, yes, tenor's there for sure. The other thing, okay, let me make one other note to myself here. Okay, I think that was all I needed on that. Okay, so I'm gonna cue you. She's not gonna play you this time. I'm just gonna cue you, so you're on your own once we get started. You'll be great though. So 68 again, one more time, same spot, sitting up nice and tall. So here we go, 1, 2. You are in every sort of a moment on the edge of the world where the river meets the sea. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. There, here, an islander, I am 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 an islander, an islander, I am an islander, I am an islander, I am an islander. Okay, basses, did you catch that? You doing all of this? All right, same thing, okay? We were mostly together then, good. Have you worked any accompaniment on this section? Or you wanna wait? Okay, we'll wait a week. Good, let's go back to the beginning. I'm gonna go through this section. Okay, I have almost got the solo list together, but we won't audition for solos for a few weeks, so lots of time to think about that. But it does start out with a solo, and I'm going to keep that in there where they're marked here. And when it comes time to put people in, we'll figure out who's going to do what. The ha, everybody does, just as it's marked. Welcome to the rock if you come from away. Ha! So yeah, just like that. It's pretty cool. When it comes in unison, especially when one comes from one like Newfoundland, we're all doing that, just as it's marked. Altos are divided down at the bottom of the page. Welcome to the rock. So let's see what we can do with that page. For now, anybody who wants to can do the solo part. Just try not to take over, okay? Right. Okay, top of 2. But if anybody wants to try for fun, can. 2, ready, and welcome to the rock if you come from. Ha! Ha! Especially when one comes from one land, Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock. When everyone is nice and one is never nice above. Welcome to the fun, especially from Disneyland. Fish and chips and big rice. This is Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock. An islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander. Okay, good. One more time through that. Any questions? Okay, right now, we're holding the speed, so don't start running away with it, especially on those solo lines. Da, 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 da. You can make it nice and strong and vibrant without speeding it up there. There are lots of those halfway little V things, accents. I'm an islander, I am an islander. So a lot of those, just you're putting a little bit more weight and emphasis on those notes where we have those. Okay, one more time. Same place, page top of page 2. Ready? And welcome to the rock you come from. Ha! Ha! But an island makes me mad, especially when one comes from one like Newfoundland. Welcome to the rock. Never heard of everyone is nicer, but it's never nice above. Welcome to the farthest place you'll be from Disneyland. Fish and chips and shipwrecks. This is Newfoundland. I'm an islander. I am an islander. 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 And welcome to the land where the winter tried to kill us, and we said, we will not be killed. We will not be drowned. So long as we said, we will still go on. And we said, no. Welcome to the island with its inlets and its bay. You can keep us heading east and there's an ocean away. Where everything's meant to be, but nothing goes as planned. Drunken fellows in the room are playing in the band. Okay, that's a good line right there. Okay, so much of what happens in the song with the solos has to be crisp and really clear, because it's all about the words right here. This sets up the whole play, if you've ever seen the play, and the idea of, this is where we live, this is our place. So we want that really crisp. So if you do want to do a solo, you're going to work not just on how beautiful your voice is. That's not going to be my concern. It's going to be getting all those words out nice and crisp. So that's just a heads up right here. Let's do that one more time. We're going to start measure 41. It's not marked, but it's where it says solo, the last line at the top of page 41. Welcome to the land. This is alto or soprano solo. Okay? Page 4. Last measure. Welcome to the land. Okay? Soprano and alto. 2, ready, and welcome to the land where the winter's tried to kill us, and we said, we will not be killed. Land waters tried to kill us, and we said, we will not be drowned. Welcome to the land where we lost our loved ones, and we said, we will still go on. And we said, no. Welcome to the island with its inlets and its bay. You can keep us heading east, but there's an ocean in the way. Where everything is meant to be, but nothing goes as planned. And those fellows in the room are playing in the band. Da 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 bum. Welcome to the rock. You are here at the start of a moment on the edge of the world, where the river meets the sea. 1. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between. 1, 2, 3. Here, an islander, I am an islander. 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 Okay, good. We'll pick it up next time and finish this up next week. Good. Where did I just put my rehearsal thing? Oh, right in front of me. Right in front of us. Right here. What? Okay. All right. So tenor bass should have music for I'm Gonna Be, 500 miles. The rest of you, soprano, alto, should have lyric sheet. We're going to go through that one right now. So this is going to take a little bit of coordination getting all this put together. You all been hearing this song as much as I have the last couple weeks. I've heard it a couple times at the Olympics. I heard it on a commercial last week. And tonight on a program on NPR, they played it for something. I don't even remember what it was. Anyway, it just seems like I've heard it, I don't know, 5 or 6 times last week. And this song is how old? It's from '88. You know, it's been around a while. The skaters, the pair skater or dance skaters from Scotland used this as part of their Scottish medley. This was in there. So anyway, yeah, it's one of the 3 pieces. All right. So the big thing with this one is the rhythm, tenor basses on this, but you just want to let it flow and be very natural. So bum 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 ba da 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 bum 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 ba da 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 da. When I wake up, something like that. All right. So you did work on this a little bit last week? Okay, so let's, tenor bass is going to do the melody here on the verses, okay? All right? That's their trade-off with you doing Does the World Say, so, okay. All right. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. You're down there, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, now. When I wake up, 3. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. 2, 3. When I go out, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. 2, 3. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I know I'm gonna be the man who's saying the hymns to you. Okay, so let's let our notes here. So you just have to be very relaxed on that rhythm. If I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. You don't want to make it the man who wakes up next to you. You want to keep it very relaxed. The man who wakes up next to you, because it's gonna go faster. You just gotta really be relaxed on it. Let's do that beginning part one more time down to verse 2. Then we're gonna do our harmony. Okay? So everybody unison, right up verse 1, 2, 3. When I wake up. 2, 3. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. 2, 3. When I go out, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. All right, tenors right here as you're going up there. If I get drunk, right there. 1, 2, 3. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets up next to you. 2, 3. And if I am, then I know I'm gonna be the man who's sailing to you. Okay, questions on the notes there? Maybe. All right, tenors alone from verse 2. If I get drunk, okay? 1, 2, 3. If I get drunk, then I know I'm gonna be the man who gets right next to you. And if I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's sailing to you. Keep going. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Okay, right there. Can we have the basses right there? And I would walk. Join them. No sopranos, altos yet. Your turn's next. Okay, just bass and tenor, and I would walk. But I would walk. On the refrain. Okay? Shh. Wait. We're starting right on the refrain. It's not marked refrain, but it's where it comes in. But I would walk 500 miles. Okay? Second page, second line. 2, 3, 4. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 5,000 second. I changed music. Just a minute. Just a minute. We're missing the word who there.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're missing
Yes.
it.
Yep, yep,
We keep on putting it back in there.
Yeah.
But it's like it's hard to-
I know. So go ahead and pencil it in. It's just gonna be the same notes. I changed copies at home and that's, yeah.
Well, then I was singing it too.
Good. Just to be the man who walks. Okay. All right, question over here? You're gonna sing now. Right there. You're just singing, yep.
So every time we see the 500 miles.
Yep.
And how about the da la da?
Yes, you're doing that also. Okay.
And are we to sing a third higher?
If some of you can match what the tenors are doing, great, but you gotta be exact on it. Otherwise, just sing the melody, okay? Because they'll come through, okay? All right, tenors, why don't you do that one more time so they can hear that in case they can pick it up. Tenors by themselves, but I would walk 5. And sopranos can hum with them if you want to try it. 2, 3, 4. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Pretty easy. Okay, altos, and anybody else is on the melody with the basses right now. But I would walk 2, ready, and but I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 5,000 miles to falls down at your door. So that 100 miles and I would walk, that's the tune that's in here. There should be an the E in there. There was a couple of things in here that were odd. And I'm sorry I didn't give you that. But if you know that melody, you know it's I would walk 500 miles and I would walk. So sing what you know there. But basses are going to go and I would walk. Okay? All right, all those parts right on the refrain. We're not going to be too fussy about this. This is a sing-along, but we want it to be good. 2, 3, 4. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Okay, not yet. I know, it's like, okay, all right. How many of you were at the choir when they did this a couple of years ago? Yeah, we were. Colin, you were there, yeah. That was really fun. Yeah, so I know. Okay, even my young grandkids know this. I don't know how they know it, but they know it. All right, a lot of people know the song. All right, so when we get to the next verse, I'm watching time. So we've got back to the melody, when I'm working, yeah, and then there's some harmony there for tenor, same thing. Okay, can we try that part there? Next verse, this is verse 3 for you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working. And when I'm money, for the work I do, I'm gonna have. Okay, so watch your rhythm. Comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. So it's do, I'll pass, like that. When it comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. She doesn't have that in the piano part. I think it's just a straight part through. So you'll have to kind of watch that. All right, one more time, tenor bass, same spot, beginning of verse 3, when I'm working. Okay, 1, 2, 3. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when money comes in for the work I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. Yes, I'm hearing you sing the you like that, and I was gonna remind you to do that. Thank you for doing it. You, all right. See if you're from Scotland. Yes, they're very, yes, exactly. All right, do it one more time. We're gonna go on this time to 4, that's the repeat, and then we'll go on with the next part. One more time, same thing when I'm working. 1, 2, 3. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. And when the money comes and goes, I'll ask almost every penny down to you for oh, it goes back, yeah, when I'm come home, okay? So, 1, 2, 3. When I come home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And if I grow old, well, I know I'm gonna be the one who's growing old with you. Here we go. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down. And here we go. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Okay, so who's going to do the echo? What do you think? I didn't make a decision here. I just left it. Let's do it where we have some maybe first altos and first sopranos do the echo, like that. Does that sound okay? Just to divide it up? Okay, here we go. So right on the ba-da-da, ba-da, ba-la-la-da. Yeah, ba-la-da-da. Okay. Ba-la, ba-la-da, ba-la-da. Okay. The music says ba-la-la-da, ba-la-la-da, ba-la-la-da. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ba-la-da, 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 ba-la-da. 2, 3. Ba-la-da, ba-la-da. Got the idea, okay. I like your creativity there. Hillary.
There's a callback verse there, when I come home, and I don't know if anybody's taking that, like.
Oh, I see it in your part. Yeah, we don't have that in there, but let me make a note. Yeah, when I come home, when I go out. Okay. Why don't we add some sopranos on that then, okay? So where Hillary's talking about is on your word sheets. That's when I'm lonely. Oh, that's a different verse. Yeah. Yeah, okay. We haven't gotten there yet. Okay. All right, let me look at that. I wasn't going to go that far tonight. We're going to finish with the whatever in there. All right. One more time on your I would walk for, and we'll finish with this section that we just stopped on. So can we finish there with I would walk 500 on the refrain and then going into your baladats. All right, 1, 2, ready. Okay. This is after your. You're on page 3. Tenor basses are on page 3. Yeah. Yep, you finished the, for you it's finishing verse 4 when I come home. Okay, 2, 3. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to see the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da, 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 2, 3. All right, lots more fun to come with that one. Good. Well, we'll finish that one again next week as well. And let me see what. Okay, we're gonna break right now. I want to get into the Ahilawi Makani second verse tonight, but I do want to take a few minutes to introduce the 2 new pieces you got. And I hope you'll all listen to them and work on them a little bit this week because we are a little behind on them. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. Take that one out first. We're going to just kind of walk through that so you can see what's happening with it. Yeah, Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. It was one of the new ones tonight.
I'm assuming if I take the you will give me the country roads.
Do you have that? You know what? Yeah, you know, did I give you the accompaniment for that? Yeah, it should look like this. I thought I gave you, okay. All right, so yeah, we'll work on that next week too.
Okay.
Okay. Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears, yeah, we're just gonna kind of look at it. So, Emily just got this yesterday, and yeah, she's got it all learned already. So, maybe one second, I'm just, yeah. Okay, so how many of you know this piece? Yeah, from listening to it. How many of you know who the Irish tenors were? You know, I don't think they're together anymore. Okay. They apparently came to Bellingham. They did. And they're real big back in the eastern United States where there's a lot of Irish people, you know, hanging around. And I got to see them a few times. And this was like one of their signature songs for concerts. Very few concerts I think you'd ever go to with them when they were singing. I even got to hear Anthony in a solo concert, and he sang this. It's just a big one. And they had the church choir singing and everything. It's personally meant a lot to me. The first couple times I heard it, I was with my dad. It was one of the last concerts I went to with him, and he came home, and he was 95 at that point. He died a few months later, and he talked again, like he did many times, about the first time he came into the harbor in New York and saw the Statue of Liberty when he was a boy, and the Mauretania, the ship, listing to the side because everybody ran to that side of the ship and crying and wailing and all of that, and what it meant to come. And I've never forgotten all his stories all those years about that. But that last time, I think that was the last time we did it. We drove out in a snowstorm to that concert, and it was amazing. But he loved this song. And so I was thinking, when I thought about the theme of home, I haven't shared this yet. I got the idea for it when a few years ago, even before I was doing this, when I was in Ireland, and we were in a pub in Kinsale. I don't know how many of you have been to Ireland, but you go into pubs, and it's very common that at some point in the night they'll sing songs that everybody can sing. And but in this pub, Dalton's in Kinsale, we were told to go here, and they had a band mix of older people and young people, and there was 4 older gentlemen who were in their 80s. And I got all the lowdown on this because the guitar player came and sat down right next to me and filled me in on everything during the concert, or the little sing-along that we had. And one of the gentlemen who stood up when it came time for them to share things during this night, his name is Paul, I guess he was about 84, 85. He looked like he could have been my grandfather's brother. And seriously, even my son said, "Come on, doesn't he look like your grandfather?" You know, who was, you know, Irish. And anyway, he sang this song, and this young fellow next to me said, "Listen to this song. There won't be a dry eye in the place." And he learned this from his grandfather years ago. My phone was out of batteries at that time because we had taped so much. Unfortunately, I couldn't tape it. But he sang a song about home. And I was so moved by that. And it just really spoke to me because that's kind of people's experience all over the world, that feeling that we have of home, whether we get to stay there our whole lives, whether we have to leave it, the way my great-grandparents did, my dad did, and you know, wherever we go, or whether we're challenged in that, as so many people are today. But anyway, I know that the whole issue of people coming to this country is a hot topic these days. It's a big one. It's been one for a long time. But if you've ever been to Ellis Island, it's an incredibly moving experience. And my dad's name with his family is on the wall there, so that's all I'll say on that. But anyway, this I think is a very powerful song because it speaks not only of the people who came from Ireland. My great-grandmother was like Annie Moore in this song. She was 16 when she came, would never get on the boat to go back, even though she was begged to. But anyway, this is where this song kind of comes from, and I think it speaks to a lot of people. So I thought it was appropriate, and it's a beautiful piece. So we start out at the very beginning with us doing oohs and ahs, and there's a solo at the beginning, and then we come in with the refrain on page 4 at measure 14, and we're just going to kind of cite through it here. Do get a chance to listen to it this week if you can, and we will work on it in sections next week, but I just want to go through a little bit of it, okay? So we'll start right where we pick up on the refrain, that Isle of Hope. This is gonna be the pick up to top of 4, and we'll just play those chords. So 1, 2, 3. Isle of Hope, Isle of days, Isle of freedom, Isle of peace, do you want me to play it, if you had a chance to look at it? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. I don't know it well, but I do know it was right. All right, let's pick up in the same place. You're coming in off of that last line at the bottom of 3. So there's your chord, and your next chord's going to be this. Sorry, page. It's not a terribly difficult piece once we have a chance to spend some time on it. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, again, just introduction. I haven't had too much of a chance to go over this, and it's in 6 flats, so. Yeah, but we're going to listen to this one home, just because it's been a few weeks since I've looked at it. And are you all set with this? We need to hit the button to turn it on. It's all set. It's on. Okay, we're going to listen to this one. You're going to recognize maybe a little bit of a familiar tune in here, but the rest is just a really nice arrangement by here. It's it's on. You just need to get the volume up. It's, I just heard it, I just didn't hear any volume. You just have to make sure the volume on your phone's off. She's muted. That's. It's coming through, it's just gotta get the volume on it. All right. Isn't that beautiful writing? She's beautiful writing. Thank you, Colleen. All right. That's
All
sort
right,
of
ladies, you're my last group. This is soprano.
okay. That's sort of one of your quintessential choir pieces, the kind of piece that you just love being in choir for. Beautiful writing on that piece. All right, and I think this is a wonderful piece for the group. So if you get a chance to listen to that this week and go through it a few times, that will help before we do the sectionals on it next week. Okay, we're going to do our sectionals right now. You got the list, and we'll get through things as fast as we can tonight. I'd like to at least get down here and do a little bit of the wine piece. Okay, so, okay. All right, fast work tonight. We're going to start, ladies, sopranos and altos with Does the World Say?